As we have seen during last to last lecture, I was talking why the value of supply is so very important. We have seen that when we talk about, there are three vendors, all three of them they are selling at different price. At what price government will charge? What will be the value on which the tax rate will be applied? You know, then we have seen another example. If suppose there was an exchange offer, you have bought the new mobile phone and you have given the old mobile phone, and there was certain discount on that MRP for that 1000 rupees. So whether that has to be taken in your uh, you know taxable liability or not. Similarly, suppose there is a discount which has been allowed by the seller, before raising the invoice or after the raising the invoice, how those will be chargeable to tax, or the value will be considered. That is why it is known as value of supply, which is explained under section 15 of CGST Act 2017, which is very vital and very important. Because until unless you know the value, see, once you know the value, then things are very easy. Why? Because if I'm knowing the value, then I will apply the tax rate, I will compute the tax liability, or next month, 20th will be my due date, I'll make the payment. Yes or no? Then things are very simple. But to know that, to get that tax liability, I need to know what is the value of supply. Like one another example I've given, people used to just make the different bill. Packing, transportation ka bill was much higher than the cost of product. Why? Because packing and transportation was not chargeable to tax. Only the goods were chargeable to tax. So for seller, they used to get the same amount. No, I have given you the example. For seller, they got the equal amount. But for the government, it was a loss. Why? Because seller, they just manipulated. What they used to do, at the cost of, goods, they used to invoice the cost of packing and forwarding and transportation and other charges. Whereas at the place of transportation charges, they used to keep the cost of goods. So suppose the LCD cost was 50,000, transportation and everything was 25,000. Ludhiana से suppose कन्याकुमारी में deliver हो रहा है. So they used to manipulate. They used to make it as 50,000 transportation and 25 as a goods. So goods पे टैक्स भरते थे, बाकी बच जाता था उनका. So to have these kind of problem resolved in GST, they included everything to be considered as a value of supply. सारा चीज, अगर आप कुछ डिस्ट्रॉय भी कर रहे हो उसको भी as a as they will consider as value of supply, which we are going to learn, which we have already taken. You have taken this table with you. I am going to explain the same table over here. आपने देखा yesterday only. फुल स्क्रीन कर दो या थोड़ा बड़ा कर दो. Okay, let me take it to the. So here you will understand why this learning is so very important. So section 15, subsection 1 states value of supply is transaction value. Suppose there are four vendor, one is selling at 15,000, other is selling at 15,300, third is selling at 15,500. So by whatever your transaction value will be there, on that only there will be tax liability, provided that the person to whom you are selling the product, they are not the related person to you. At the same time, price is only the sole consideration. Apart from price, you have not taken anything else from your buyer. Is this clear? With this, your section 15 subsection 1 is over. Section 15 subsection 2 talks value of supply includes everything: tax other than GST, payment of recipient on the behalf of supplier, incidental or ancillary expenses, charges for that, interest and late fees. Even suppose interest also, if you are charging, that also to be considered as value of supply. Okay, so this is how we have explained it. Everything, agreed price, suppose there is exchange of old machine, other than GST any tax has been charged, incidental expense, interest, transport charges, packing and forwarding, installation, freight, insurance, inspection. I mean, these are something, but beyond this also, if you are charging anything, everything will be considered as value of supply. Everything will be considered as value of supply. So now there is no manipulation. Anybody cannot manipulate to the government. They need to pay the fair amount of tax based on value of supply, based on value of supply, which is computed for that goods and services, which is computed for that goods and services. Is it clear? So this is how your section 15 subsection 2 is explained to you all. Thank you. Only Aryan has wrote. What about others? So literally, thank you, Manav, Aryan, and others. Thank you very much. So that was there under section 15, subsection 2. Now, what is there under section 15, subsection 3? They talk about discount. There could be two. Thank you, Shreya. Thank you, Sangeeta. They are talking about discount. There will be two types of discount. Either before, here it is mentioned, either after the sales or before the invoice raise. If there is a invoice which is raised before that, you have issued the discount, you have applied and given the discount to your customer. Suppose we have assumed that the value of supply was of 1 lakh, 5% was the discount, so 95,000. On that you have charged a tax of 10%, 9,500, CGST, SGST, and what is the total value of supply? 1,14,000. 1,14,000. Let us take a other way around. If suppose you have already sold the goods and then you have raised the invoice and then you want to offer the discount, then what you have to do, whatever the things you have charged, on that you have to make the debit note, credit note for value of supply uh, and total value of the goods or services which has been supplied, and whatever the excess tax you have paid, for that you have to get the benefit of ITC, input tax credit, for CGST and SGST. Okay, so iska और इसका debit note, credit note और इसका ITC. So again ultimately you will find it is 95,000. Suppose 1 lakh 10,000 10,000 1 lakh 20,000 आ गया. Okay, 1 lakh 20,000 आ गया. Out of that, what I did, I have deducted 5,000, 5%. So again it became 95,000. I have deducted 10,000 का 5%, ITC के लिए 500, so 9,500 ये आ गया. Here also again I have deducted 500, again 9,500 आ गया. So this 500, 500 I will get the benefit of ITC. Here this debit note, and here it will be a credit note. So ultimately, before or after raising the invoice, your value of supply will remain same. Here also 95, 9,500, 9,500, and 1,14,000. Here also 95, 9,500, 9,500, and 1,14,000. Is this clear? So for section 15, subsection 3, this table is very important to understand. Okay. Then 4 and 5, I have given this table. 4 and 5 says if the value of supply is not able to determine under section 15(1), or there is some notified supply which can not be able to valued in this, then these supply can be valued under chapter 6, under chapter 4 of CGST Act 2017, with these 6 rules. Which are those 6 rules? The rule number one. The rule number one says, if the consideration is not money only, not money only manje, apart from money you have taken some old mobile phone, or suppose old television, or old your AC, etc., exchange offer. Yes. So in that case, whatever the fair market value is there for that नॉन मॉनिटरी ट्रांजैक्शन, सपोज उन्होंने बोला 3000 का एक्सचेंज ऑफर है, सो 3000 शुड बी एडेड देयर. सो इनवॉइस बनाएगा 16000 माइनस 3000, बट वो टैक्स कितने पे भरेगा? 13000 प्लस 3000. सो अल्टीमेटली गवर्नमेंट को वापस 16000 पे ही टैक्स मिलेगा. गॉट इट? अंडरस्टूड? So whatever they have exchanged, on that they have to pay the tax. That will be included. Okay. If they have very effectively they have specified under section 15 subsection 1 that they should be not the related person. Okay. So if they are not the related person and they are other than agent, then in such cases, whatever there is open market value for those goods and services for which we have made the supply, okay, or under rule 4 and 5, here it is mentioned, rule 4 is stating what? On the basis of cost of production, whatever the cost of production you have calculated in cost sheet, उसका 110% लेने का. Cost of production and cost of acquisition का 110%. Why 10% extra? To have the basic profit into that. Will be considered as value of supply. Okay. Under chapter 4, rule 4 of CGST Act. Is this clear? Okay. And if there is a residual provision method, residual you have learned in section 13, section 12 also. Residual matlab what? You are regularly making the payment. याद है? 12 का section subsection 5, 13 का subsection 5. Just you have a table. Just see residual method. Before 6, huh? 6 was penalty and other. 5 was residual method. याद करो. याद आया क्या? It must be there in your table. Yes. So in that table, it is very clearly dated, recurring payment. You are very regular in making payment of tax. Then in such cases, whatever the value we have considered, then there is very less chance of manipulation because you are very prompt in payment. So in such cases, manipulation is not possible. So in that cases, whatever the tax you have paid or whatever the value you have assumed for value of supply will be considered as value of supply for those goods and services which has been sold. Okay. Then if that person to whom I am selling, they are agent, they are branch, they are your consignee, etc., etc. In such cases, selling price of the agent in open market, म्हणजे जो उसने अपने हिसाब से बेचा है. I told you consignment वाला example. Suppose consignee is selling above than invoice price. So बोला जितने में उसने बेचा है will be your value of supply. Very clear. Under chapter 4, rule 3, selling price of agent in open market will be your value of supply. Okay. Or if not, then 90% of the value independent on priority basis, whichever is usage by, I mean, whatever the amount of supply has been used, uska 90% of the value will be considered as value of supply. Okay. Then rule 6 is talking about foreign exchange. If there is a foreign exchange transaction, buying or selling rate, okay, whatever is given, RBI less RBI referee rates, okay, into number of units. Buying or selling rate, number of units. This is for foreign exchange. at the rate of 1% commission, at the rate of 1% when the Indian rates is not available. So these are six rules through which we are computing the value of supply related to goods and services. This six and this table, this is very important. Is this clear to all of you? Okay. Now let us do few questions, then you will understand. Yeah, एक दो क्वेश्चन करेंगे आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. चलो start solving. We will be there. यही तो है वैल्यू ऑफ सप्लाई. टेक डाउन द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. इसमें मैं हाइड नहीं कर सकता. ओके चलो हाइड कर देता हूं. Mr. A goes to shop of Mr. B and purchase a television in Maharashtra state. Where he is purchasing? Maharashtra state. He pays amount of 50,000 consideration of 2012 consideration of 52 inches LED TV, where the MRP of the product is 65,000. Discount is offered to him is 15,000. As per section 15(3), मैंने बताया ना आपको. Okay, under CGST Act, valuation and transaction value. If the tax rate is 14%, prepare the invoice. Make it, do it. How much you are getting? Just tell me, you will consider on 50,000 or 65,000? This is a question of discount. बस आ गया ना आंसर. 50,000 का 14%. Yes. 50,000 का 14%. Yes. Should be your answer. Should be your answer. Absolutely perfect, Manav. Oh, sorry. ये वापस क्यों ये हो गया यार? ये ब्लैक आना चाहिए. समझा क्या? Got it, everyone? तेरे को तो समझा पगले, दूसरे को बताने देना. श्रेया, आर्यन और मानव को तो समझा. अदर्स, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट अदर स्टूडेंट्स. हैव दे अंडरस्टूड? थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू ध्रुव, थैंक यू सृष्टि, प्राची, करीना, मानव. शुड वी गो फॉर नेक्स्ट? दूसरा वाला करो. मिस्टर राम सोल्ड द गुड्स टू मिस्टर लक्ष्मण. for rupees 2,50,000. As per contract of sale, Mr. Ram is required to deliver the goods in the premises of Mr. Lakshman. Mr. Ram hires a transporter for transportation for delivery of goods. However, freight is paid by Mr. Lakshman. Freight paid is 2,500. What will be the transaction value of supply? What will be the value of supply? एकदम एकदम easy question है. Easiest. What will be the value of supply? Tell me what will be the value of supply? हैं? Shreya, be careful. Value of supply. Value of supply. क्या करेंगे? क्या करेंगे ट्रांसपोर्ट चार्जेस को? 15(2) सेक्शन 15 सबसेक्शन. यस, एकदम सिंपल है. यस, वेरी सिंपल. गॉट इट एवरीवन? यस. लेट अस गो टू नेक्स्ट. Mr. A is seller of furniture. He supplied the furniture for rupees 5,75,000 to Mr. B in condition that to remove the old furniture from the premises of Mr. B by charging 5,000. Find out the taxable value of goods in the hands of Mr. A. How much will be the taxable value? Again, section 15, subsection 2. This is just a hint. Section 15, subsection 2. Yes, someone got it right. Someone got it very right. Even uninstallation charges to be added back. Installation charges will be added back. Everything. Yes, absolutely right. Go to next. हो गया next. समझ में आ रहा है? Next. Bharat Gas sales in Maharashtra state cooking gas cylinder. Subsidy directly transferred to account of the customer. Selling price per cylinder is 800. Customer received subsidy of 200 directly from government to his bank account. Net outflow of the buyer is 600. Find out the value of supply of goods per cylinder in the hands of Bharat Gas. भारत गैस के लिए क्या होगा? Supply of goods. Should we go for next? Kindly take down all questions and their answer, हाँ? क्वेश्चन आंसर लिखते रहो. हो गया? Next. Again the question of discount. Next. Again based on discount. Yep. Others. बेटा महाराष्ट्र स्टेट है तो दोनों आएगा CGST SGST. Very correct, Aryan. Akshat. Others, please take down fast. Yeah, that is how they got 5,670. So what we have taken, 20 minus 4, 16 into 2000, 32,000. और ऐसे भी कर सकते हो 40,000 minus 8,000 तो भी 30,000, 32,000 आएगा. Then apply the tax rate. Get the value of supply. Done. Should we proceed further? Few more student. Only 3 students stated yes. Fourth one. Thank you everyone. Next. Again a question of discount including packing charges. Again, a question of discount including packing charges. Please consider only trade discount, not the cash discount. चलो आर्यन का तो आंसर आ गया. Others. See, 0.5% is a cash discount. No, cash discount never to be considered. Only the trade discount to be considered. Kindly do the correction, Aryan. Don't consider discount after packing because discount is on car price. So that is why 1% I have taken on 5 lakh. So 5 lakh 1000 ka 9%. 45,090. And total invoice or value of supply is 5 lakh 91,180 rupees. Section 1 to section 15. Internal ka portion is section 1 to section 15 of CGST Act. Completed. So after this, I'm going to teach you something other than CGST Act. That is for place of supply. We are going to consider IGST Act, Section 10 of IGST Act. So वो नहीं रहेगा, यहाँ तक रहेगा. So everything, I mean, definition, supply, section 7, 8 mixed and composite supply, 9 section 10 composition, 11 exemption, 12 time of supply for goods, 13 time of supply for services, 14 rate of tax old or new, and 15 value of supply. Over. That will be our syllabus. Of course, this all we have studied from June till October. So you have to revise. And I hope you must be having the notes with you, assignment book with you.